Welcome to the English Mystic Podcast. I'm your host, English Mystic, Dragon Shaman, Spirit Whisperer, and Mr. Explorer of all things seen and unseen. You're tuning in to a very special series honouring the epic Dragon Thunder Summit 2025, a worldwide gathering of visionaries, dragon channels, energy workers and soul-shifting guides. The summit brought together 36 incredible speakers from across the world, each sharing their unique gifts, wisdom and connection with the dragon realms. In this podcast series, we're diving deep, one episode at a time, into the essence of each speaker, their transmission, their gifts, and all the healing and awakening and dragon connections they've brought forward. To explore more about each speaker or to access the full summit replays, visit www.dragonthunder2025.com. Now breathe deep, call in your dragons, and let's step through the portal together. Our next speaker is Dina Fortune, a gifted soul language activator and intuitive painter. She shares her journey of healing, creativity, and dragon connection. She's been a lifelong artist and energy-sensitive being, and Dina rediscovered painting after a near-death experience, and she began channeling galactic and dragon energies. And through visions, light language, and ceremony, she co-founded Bringing the Dragons Home. She champions authenticity, offers dragon-inspired meditations, spirit glyphs, and is part of a best-selling co-authored book encouraging all to embrace their unique magic and creative voice.
Oh, I so love Dina. Dina is an amazing soul language activator, intuitive painter, and quantum healer. Dina is a true healer. She reflects back to the highest version of you as a multidimensional galactic channel. She assists those who are called to work with her to connect with their most authentic soul self. Dina works with her clients in the areas of inner child healing, creative exploration, creative expression, cultivating their healing gifts, and their soul expression and embodiment. In the course of a session, she becomes a channel and brings these quantum healing lights, codes for clearing resistance, timelines, and imbalances, chakra patterns to make room for activation, bringing in more creativity. And I'll attest to that. I have had experiences where Dina has painted paintings while I was doing group healing sessions with people for the earth, and she painted it while we were doing it. So it was really powerful. And I've had the privilege of having Dina in some of my work as well, my journey work with the Temples of Light. So, Dina, are you here? Are you here? I don't see you on yet. Unmute yourself and get your video on. Here you go. Hi, darling. Speak.
Hi, can you hear me?
There she lands. Yeah, I can hear you.
Wow, so the time has arrived for this moment, and it's like all day long I've been like, what's the message to bring forth? And I basically have been painting all day. I don't know if you can see this, but I painted this specifically for today to bring this through. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Ah, beautiful.
And there's lots of codes in there. And so I'm just gonna, in the name of not knowing where to start, I want to start with a little bit about my story, and then I want to bring you guys through a little guided visual anchoring, grounding experience to assist you with anchoring all the information and codes for your highest good today that you've taken in over the course of this Dragon Summit, and sprinkling in there whatever other codes are for your highest good that you can receive in this time. So I didn't really prepare anything for today so much because that's just how I'm rolling these days, and I feel like I'm not alone in that. It's like but what I did do is I pulled some cards, and the theme of the cards were about heart healing, intuition, trust, again, intuition, vitality, upliftment. And my intention was to talk about authenticity. And hold on, I'm going to hang this up again. To talk about authenticity and how the dragons have assisted me with my authentic expression and just showing up as I am. Um, and being someone that can just like come out and say, I'm a dragon. Hi, my name is Dina. Um, and getting more comfortable with that over time. So, let me just tell you a little bit, and I just want to thank you all for being here. I know it's like you've been here all day or for many hours, so I'm appreciative of you sticking around for my talk. So I've been a painter, artist pretty much since I was a teenager, and I use art as a way to like alchemize and for me to help me move through some really challenging times because I felt like a little bit of like a weird person who didn't really quite fit in, and I really didn't know why. But I also felt like I wanted to help the underdogs. Like I wanted to be the underdogs for the underdog for the underdogs, you know? And so I was always kind of that way, and I really didn't know why. But over time, I realized I had, some, abilities to pick up on energy and know what people are thinking, or like being able to say something I want and then it coming true very quickly. And so I wound up getting into art and really following the track of art. And but there was no, I wasn't really into spirituality as much as I am now. But what happened was when I was 13, and I was raised in a Jewish household that was more or less kind of agnostic. But anyway, point being, I did a whole bat mitzvah thing. I was really into the Torah. I was into the whole singing from the Torah. And so what happened was that I also probably had ADD and never knew it and didn't even know what neurodivergence was, but like totally all the things because I was born without a thyroid, and as long as I could know it, I was like I knew there was something different about me, so I started getting into studying about reincarnation because I couldn't understand why I had these certain affinities that like in my growing in my family structure, how could I be so into XYZ? How could I dance like this? Like how could I be so feeling this affinity to paint like this? Like it didn't make sense to me how I was starting to paint dragons when I was a kid. And yeah, so I found out like fast forward. I went to college at Carnegie Mellon. I went to Italy for a semester, and I picked up Italian really, really fast, which really helped me. Which really helped my rolling R's. But anyway, so it wasn't until after 10 years of not painting, I did the New York City thing, really went through a lot of challenging times trying to find my way career wise, trying to find a way. How am I going to be an artist and make a living? How am I going to do this living in New York City? And I eventually met my husband through a blind date, and we moved up to Saratoga Springs, where it's really spiritual and all that. And so thank you for following me as my train goes here, because it's like a lot of little like offshoots in time of like I had an almost near death experience when I was driving home from a sleepaway arts camp. I was driving, I was really tired. My grandparents had passed away. Um and I was really, really tired, and I had to drive home. And my grandfather, my mom's dad, was with my mom, and that was a 2-hour drive. No money in my pocket, so I had to drive a different way. And because I was so tired and I didn't know that Mickey Hart music was gonna make me fall asleep, I fell asleep at the wheel. So, in this moment of falling asleep at the wheel, I was really unconscious and uprooted 3 trees and woke up to the sound of screaming in my ear. And it wasn't until, and then shortly after I went to Italy. So I didn't understand the impact of that car accident until like 10 years, 10, 20 years later, which was really like the cracking open for me. And so I we didn't even have the word neurodivergent when I was a kid, by the way. So it wasn't until my 40s I was like, oh, I'm neurodivergent or neurospicy. But the bottom line was that my grandmothers had woken me up during that car accident. And I had my experience in Italy. Fast forward, right, and I started having experiences in channeling, and I really didn't understand how I was drawing all these really interesting figures. But it wasn't until like 10 years later or 20 years later that I started painting again. Because I had stopped painting. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take a break from painting. And I started exploring jewelry and other means like painting glasses. And so what happened was I started getting into just how am I going to make money? How am I going to make money so that I can just paint and be a painter and do all that? So, someone to help me reconnect with my joy. And I was like, oh my God, I haven't painted in like 10 years. That's where my joy went. So, I started painting again with the intention, and this is where the dragons come in. So, thanks for bearing with me. So, I started painting again, and I started painting butterflies. And because I wanted to make a shift in my energy and I wanted to make a shift in my life and I wanted to use healing and art as a healing mechanism. And so I had set this intention with my higher self started talking to me about like energy art and setting intentions to start healing with the art and putting healing energy in the art. Well, it was soon after that that I'm starting to become aware of the dragons. A dragon shows up on my pathway to work, and all this healing, and I'm going to all these healing things, and I'm manifesting all these free healing sessions, and like gifted all these gifted healing sessions. And one of them was to reconnect with my higher self. And so as soon as I'm reconnecting with my higher self, the dragons show up. And so ever since then, I started having like visions of the dragons. They started being with me. I started to feel them more feeling them than seeing them. But what happened was I just so happened to be in like a spiritual group, and I asked one of them, do you know any dragon channelers? And she immediately hooked me up with a woman named Brandy Yavakoli. And from there I found out about my mission that I was meant to channel codes, anchor the dragon energy into artwork and through dance, movement, song, and to start videotaping myself doing all these things. And so basically, I started getting really into learning about Mother Sophia and the Sophia dragons and all the different dragons. And my painting really just kind of evolved. And that's where I started being activated with light language and soul language, and discovered that all along I've been painting galactic beings and different versions of my higher self. And so I'm still in the process of decoding everything because it's a lot, when you're it's like it's it's like learning who you are and then finding out you're this multi-dimensional person that is so beyond words. And so I'm learning how to decode my paintings, and I found out about this opportunity to of the Dragon Thunder because I co-create a dragon group. It's called Bringing the Dragons Home. I've been called to start this Facebook group and these ceremonies back 3 years ago. My friend, my friend Sarah, at the time that I met through different communities, helped me get it started. We did a activation of ceremony in Buffalo, New York. There's the Eternal Flame, and I co-facilitated my very first ceremony right there in front of all these people, speaking light language, dragon light language, in front of all these strangers. And then I fell on my ass, literally in front of everybody. Like I slipped and fell on my ass. Water went up, and it was a big joke from the fairies having a good. It was like a baptism. Anyway, so that was how I got activated to start leading dragon ceremonies. And the name of the group is called Bringing the Dragons Home. So, actually, what is his name? Dean Battles showed up in my dragon ceremony. And then that's how I found out about him and this dragon summit. So I felt really guided to show up and share about my experience and how painting and allowing the dragon energy to move through you in art has been like so expansive. And my free offering is a guided meditation to assist with this, by the way. But what I now do more than anything is I take people through guided meditations and offering Akashic record readings to assist with anchoring the dragon energy through artful expression. And I offer different sessions that are around, the dragon within, and painting higher self paintings, and getting into teaching light language, like teaching more of a remembering of light language and remembering of who you are. And it all comes through artistic expression or vocalization. So as we all are evolving in every moment of now. So, I've been going by different names. One day I'm Dragon Dina, and then I'm Sully Dina, and then I'm Light Language Dina. So, I'm still Dina. But the bottom line is that, like, because I had no thyroid, I got this thing about like expression of like, why is it so important for me to express myself? And I feel like it came down to being, thank you for that. And I want to get into the book in a moment. Is that I had really challenges with expressing myself when I was a child. I was heavily bullied, really bullied, and it was not fun. It's not fun to get bullied, but it it gave me an opportunity to not care what other people think about me. It got me to a point of like, I am me, and some people are going to love me, some people are going to have a problem with me, some people are just going to copy me, but I got to just be me. And so it's like, because I was like, well, no matter what I do, like I can be as fashion forward as I want, someone's going to have a problem with me. So I might as well just be myself. And however that's going to look. And it blew me away. Like, I work in the insurance industry. My full-time job, well, I'm an artist, and I also work as a full-time insurance agent. And can I tell you how many people I am meeting in the insurance world that are into dragons? And I'm like, yay! I'm not the only one. And I didn't think that I could come out as a dragon loving person or even say that I'm a dragon in the insurance world until I did it. And they're like, oh, that's really cool. Tell me more about that. And I'm like, yeah, this is really wild. And the other thing is, I want to add a layer. My mom, around this time last year, my mom had transitioned. So how am I doing with time? Okay. So around this time last year, May, actually, interesting note, April 24, 24, my mom transitioned, and And I had just finally started being able to talk to her about dragons. Like, it was like I was finally like, listen, mom, dad, like this is who I am. I'm into dragons. I'm into all this like fairy like being. I go around singing light language wherever I go. I don't give a rat's poop about what people think. In fact, I kind of get off on getting caught singing. Like, I'm like, ooh, you want to enjoy too? Yeah, you want to learn? You want to know about it? Like, oh, come on. But anyway, so so my mom at first was really like, dragons are scary. Like, why would you be into dragons, right? And I was like, Mom, okay, like they're not what you think. They're not what people we were taught. So she finally asked me, so Dina, why are you into dragons? What's with you and the dragons? I mean, I didn't tell my mom I am a dragon, okay? Like that would have been a little bit too much for her, right? But uh I did get to tell her a little bit about, my love for the dragons and how wonderful, beautiful they are and how powerful and all these wonderful things about the dragons. And she was like, "Wow." She was really open to it. And I will tell you, fast forward, I started channeling my mom. I started having more connection with her. She started showing up and channeling through me, and that's when I found out like my mom is part of me. She's never left me. Her DNA is one with me, and so when I paint, she's there. She shows up, and so we're never separated. And the essence of her has come through to share with me that she actually has her dragon now, and she flies. And actually I was in one of Kelly's classes when I got to connect with my mom as this like angelic being, and my mom was flying on a dragon and I saw her again. So like I realize that like just like who we are and who we think we are, like we're so much more. And like so like maybe our parents might not be into dragons, but like there could be a part of them, an essence of them on another timeline that is totally into dragons. And they're just like maybe they're just challenging our ability to be authentic and be who we are regardless of what other people think of us, right? So I feel like being able to come out to my parents, it was like a whole different kind of coming out, right? Like, so now even today I talk to my dad. He's like, yeah, Dina, I know you're into dragons. It is what it is. I always knew that you were into that kind of stuff, so it's fine. Like not that I needed my parents' permission, but I feel like having the ability to just walk into life and being able to have that, like, I am dragon. I'm going to own that. I'm going to own my power. I'm going to own who I am. The more I do that, the more beautiful blessings come into my life. And which leads me to the book. So I had set out the intention that I wanted to write a book, but I didn't want to write a book. I just wanted to contribute like art and like have someone else write like the words, right? Because I was just like, I'm just gonna do the word. I'm gonna just do the art. Well, one thing led to another, and I wound up meeting this beautiful woman, Rochelle, in a Zoom call, and it was a major synchronicity. We connected. She speaks Dragon Light language. I speak Dragon Light language, and we were in a networking call that had nothing to do with dragons or light language or galactic. So we decided to create this book together, and it so happened that she also knew Lily Lee. Lily Lee, Rochelle, and I were all in the same light language um, container, and so we wound up coming together to create this book, The Journey of Transformation Through Art of Words and Codes. And it has Lily Lee's light codes. It has my light coded art and Rochelle's channel message. And the way this all came together, if you get the book, it's all in there. It was by divine alignment. It was so divinely aligned. I couldn't have made up how this all came to be. Like, if I would have tried to write how it could come to be, I never would have thought it would have come to me like that. So the book is out there, and it wound up going to #1 bestseller in Amazon, which is really cool. And I feel like it's like, I thought it was maybe like the first kind of book like that. I don't know, maybe it is, maybe it's not, but I'll stop right there if anyone. So basically, that book, I wound up being in a bunch of other books. I wrote a chapter or two in some compilation books. One is about my 2 cents on self-love, and that was about me overcoming my hangs up about writing. And now I write more, and I'm like, okay, I can handle it. I can use AI to help me write. Thank you very much, you know? Anyway, so I will do a short guided meditation, but I just wanted to stop and see if anyone had any questions or anything like that. Because that was a little bit of a monologue.
I don't see any questions per se. There's just a few people relating to you about things. Neurodivergence. Tina and Peyton shared a little bit about their experience with being diagnosed in their 40s and understanding energies.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just understanding how it feels to feel weird and different, they're saying here. And um, yeah, identifying with how you feel. So, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, well, thank you. And it's so interesting. Like, I did watch so many presentations, and I got into some moments where I was like, they're all so amazing. How am I going to follow that? Like, Dina, just be you. Just be you. And so I pulled. I do want to do this quick guided meditation though, because I feel it in my heart to do. But before I do that, I wanted to share also. I had pulled these cards, and one of them is the Water Dragon, forgiveness, heart healing, and absolution. Yes, it is all about being yourself. And I really feel like the dragon energy really creates space for that. It's like, who cares? Just like own who you are and show up for yourself. And thank you so much, Anna. And yeah, oh, okay, you were there. Yeah, and I really love it when people show up to a ceremony, because it's really about like we all get to channel. And thank you so much for that. We get to channel and do art and move, and it's like a combination of activation and embodiment, and where we get to channel the dragons and honor them and express creativity and gratitude. And so it's a free ceremony. We were doing it every month, but now we do it maybe like we're taking a little bit of a break on this summer, so we'll be back in August for the next one. But oh, thank you. Oh, and here's the thing though. I wanted to take you guys through like a little guided meditation to activate your ability to paint the dragons and just own your authentic dragon self. When I paint the dragons, like they told me, don't try to paint us. They're like, just let us move through you. So it's a total act of surrender, of surrendering my need to try and control the paint and the colors and everything. I just let go, and I do crazy weird stuff with the paint. Like, I just dance with it. I'm like dancing with paintbrushes, and I just completely let myself go. And then all of a sudden I stop and I look, they're dragons. Like, they literally paint themselves. And I feel like I have to say this because it's so rewarding when you let yourself go and like allow them to move through. And so, oh, thank you so much. And I am going to be offering more. I am offering more events to guide people through the creative expression, to allow the dragon energy to come through. And I have some upcoming events. Like, I do this thing called the spirit glyphs. So I was in a guided meditation, and thank you for the comment. Oh, thank you so much. And I pulled a card about innocence, you know, too. And oh my God, thank you for the reminder of that. And I wanted to share with you guys, all these like Lemurian codes are coming through. I don't know if you can see it. But it's about coming back to like our purity and letting go of these like old stories that like keep us hang up on like self blame and shame and stuff like that, and like being able to release that. And the lighting in here is kind of wild, but okay, can you see it now? So this was just like basically me just playing with layers, and like I wasn't trying to make anything, it just like comes through. So I love to invite you guys to do like a quick meditation because I have a half hour left. I don't want to eat it all up talking.
You're set. You still have 30 minutes. Go.
Yeah, and if you guys have anything to write on, any like paper, any kind of utensils or anything, pencils, highlighters, markers, whatever, grab them, because you might actually find yourself wanting to like draw a code or something. You never know. So I'm just gonna take you guys through a quick guided activation meditation, and then if you guys have anything left, we'll see. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? No? Can anyone hear that? I don't know if I have my settings right. Boo. Thank you, Robert. Can anyone hear that?
We're not hearing anything. If it's
Uh,
background noise,
oh, weird. Okay. Well, I didn't do my settings in the music right, so there's that. Okay.
yeah, Zoom is set up to block out background noise a lot of the time. So
All right.
pet colors.
Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna bring out my magenta dragon. Oh my God. Okay. All right. I almost forgot. This was the other thing I wanted to share about, is this experience that I had about the water. But so we're gonna connect with the water. So, okay, here we go. So inviting you all to take a deep breath in and releasing. Breathing in love. We'll do 3 more breaths, breathing in love and releasing any tension, anything that you want to let go of. So I'm going to invite you to imagine, sense, see yourself sitting by a sacred pool of water. And we're inside a cave, all of us. We're just magically there. We don't care how we got there. We're just magically there. Shortcut. And I'm just going to invite you to, each one of you, imagine that you're in your own sacred cave in which there is a beautiful water vessel. It's like a water cave that you can step into. It's very shallow and luminescent. And you're going to step into the water or sit beside it, whichever feels good to you. And if you sit beside it, just know that the water energy will move around you and bless you and assist you with releasing and assist you with transmutation and anchoring. And up above you, the sun is coming in through a beautiful hole of the cave. And below you, this water goes deep, deep, deep and connects with the center of the earth, Middle Earth. And you're surrounded by your guides, and your dragon comes in to assist you. And there's other dragons of love, of Mother Sophia, that come in as well. And I invite you to know, sense, feel that you are in a safe place, that you're in a sacred place. We're going to bring through some codes of remembrance and anchoring of deep wisdom and knowledge, and the anchoring of the information that is for your highest good that came through today, and any other activations that are for your highest good. Okura naya naya soya suyare. Sanuro naya shai naya we sai. Sainaya ushanaya soi naya ya soi. Sainaya ushaya ya soi ya ukurai ukura ya ukikaro ya sha ukura na ikara na. And I invite you to imagine, sense, feel your cord going down, down through the earth, and down through all the rock and the manna to connect with the crystal core of Mother Gaia. And there's an earth dragon down there. And this earth dragon is going to send you a flame of love, a flame of remembrance and anchoring to assist you with grounding your beautiful energy and your beautiful wisdom and creativity. Shukura kanya kututura nikika tutura naka atutura negakatura. Shututura nikike tura naka atutura nakatikata. And this beautiful energy from this earth dragon is coming up through your root chakra, your sacral, your solar plexus, and expanding into your heart. So bringing you heart expansion, also anchoring, clearing any resistance to any information, allowing more embodiment of your inner dragon. As your higher self allows, your higher self dragon allows. Whatever there's now room for today can come in later with your discernment. And if you feel the urge to go into that water, dive deep, go in and let that water nourish you. I'm sending your blessings and love and gratitude to the water, letting your energy merge with the water and all the blessings, sending clearing blessings and healing, merging your energy with the water to further expand out the love between you and all beings, the love and the water, the remembrance and the oneness of all. Taking a deep breath in, exhaling. And as you're in the water, near the water, allowing the rain, water from above to trickle on you, bringing you codes of remembrance and clearing. Yakariya Sakariya, remembering only what is for your highest good. Yakariya Saki Nakariya Nakati. So that you can move that into your life with practicality and grounded energy. Yakariya Nakati Shayakati. And as we bring this energy through, feeling it in your heart, moving through your throat chakra and up to your crown and up to your soul star chakra and your third eye, letting it move through and clearing anything that could be cleared right now. And letting that drop through, sending that energy, that clearing energy all the way back through. I invite you to just know that all this is happening in divine order. Yakariyasa, with the assistance of your dragons, your higher self dragons. And now it is time to start stepping away from the water and finding yourself moving back into your body here and now. Touching your legs, touching your feet, twiddling your fingers and toes, and twinkling your eyes open, letting that energy just settle. Yakari mai karaya nakati. So that's a little, oh wow, thank you. So that's like a shorter version of what I do. It's like kind of truncated because I didn't look at the time. I just flowed with it. But there's a green trust dragon, trust, confidence, connection to self. Oh, and I don't want to forget to mention, so this is what happened. Oh, I don't mean to startle all you as you come. So, a couple months ago, I was guided to go to Arkansas, and I was a speaker at this Peace Fest, and I wound up doing a talk about dragon light language. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I did the talk on the light language, and it was like kind of a big deal. And then I had a real emotional release because it was just like, whoa. Anyway, so right after that, I went over to meet up with a friend who was, thank you so much. She invited me to do mushroom medicine. And when I did this beautiful mushroom medicine and met with grandmother, I was guided to connect with my dragons again. And the thing what happened was I wasn't working with the dragons as much as like focusedly for a while as much as I was before. And they were like, Dina, we've been waiting for you. Oh, thank you so much. They were like, we've been waiting for you. It's time to get back. It's time to like reconnect with what you came here to do. And they gave me guidance on like what was the purpose of like what was I doing. And it was about authentic expression. They were telling me that one of my main things here is to really basically kind of giving people permission to be their most authentic self. And so that's what the light language is about. That's what the dance, the art, it's all about coming back home to yourself. It's all about allowing your true self to come through, to like break down the facades of who you think you are, but like really stepping into your light, really stepping into your power. And I didn't remember all the things that were said in the mushroom medicine journey that I was in, but it was really, really magical. And the colors were like this. And it was like all animated. It was like I was in another world. It was really, really amazing. And then here's another one. The colors are like this, okay? Um so it was all animated, and I came out of it. I'm like, I was just about to teach my first guide my first light language activation course, and I'm like, oh my god, like I was having some I'm not gonna lie. I was having some what do you call that? Imposter syndrome. And like that guided meditation thing, like that mushroom medicine was like, no, 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 no. Like you know what you're here for, you know what you're here to do. Like drop that. Let your higher self come through. So speaking of higher self, I wound up doing a bath and I asked the dragons to speak to me. What were they trying to communicate with me when I was in a mushroom experience? And they basically told me that they gave me this name. It was I am Davon. And Davon means beloved. in Hebrew. So it's interesting that someone brought up Hebrew earlier, right? So I got this. And so what the message was, they gave me this visual talking about like how in every lifetime, I'm just going to speak for me because I'm not going to speak for other people, but they were showing me how, like, in every lifetime that I had a dragon or I was connected with a dragon, that dragon DNA seeded in my DNA. And then eventually, so over all these different lifetimes, this DNA, this dragon energy connected, basically intertwined with my DNA in this lifetime. And then basically created these, like this activation, and then all these seeds became like mini dragon energy seeds in my womb space. So it was a really, really interesting visual. But basically, what they were trying to tell me is that I'm not a dragon. I became a collective of dragons. And I'm like, am I going to really share this? Yes, I'm going to share this because I'm curious. Like, am I the only one that's ever had this kind of experience come to them? But I feel like we are a collective of beings, and at least that's what I was told. And okay, great, thank you. Whew. So I was like, I gotta share about this because I feel like we're so much more expansive than we even realize we are. And so with that known, they told me that like basically there's like one dragon that is more of the voice of all the dragons. However, like one dragon is like Lemurian, so it's like a Lemurian dragon, a blue rose dragon, a magenta dragon. So the bottom line, this all brings back to, so what is the higher self dragon, right? Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad we're having this conversation because I was like, am I nuts? Am I making this up? Like, whew. So I wanted to bring that up today because I thought that was really a wild experience to receive that. And then I was like, okay, so how does this work? Like, how do I anchor this in? So basically, what the dragons told me to do is to start channeling paintings for each dragon. So that's what I'm in the process of doing. And that's one of them, this right here. And you're not making it up, okay? And so I wanted to tell you, so back to Lily. So Lily, I saw you're here. Lily and I, if you didn't already catch her, she was live last night and she mentioned that we have a joint offering, where it is an activation of your higher self dragon offering. And, it's a beautiful confirmation of, us working together. We've collaborated many times. So what you get with that offer, we have multiple offerings, but this is like our most like newest one that we just decided to launch, and there's a 25% discount if you say yes to it in the next 7 days. But basically you get a channeled dragon painting of your higher self dragon, or the essence of your higher self dragons. And then you get also a channeled message, like code message from Lily, with also the English translation of it, and then a Zoom call. Thank you. A Zoom call where Lily and I go into like what are the messages that came through and any activations and clearings that are meant to go through in that hour long 1 hour session. So, and then also with the light code dragon painting, you'll also get a written message from me as well. And then I have my free gift as well, which I don't even remember what it is, but I think it's a guided meditation. So and I started to do these spirit glyphs. So the spirit glyphs emerged through a Akashic record reading that I did for a friend. Let me see if I can show you one. Hold on. But basically, the spirit glyph is like this. Basically, they're drawn with metallic markers, and they're light coded images that basically capture energy that's for your highest good, and they have like activations, and they're encoded with what is wanting to come through for those who receive them. But basically, they're like a my own version, like a dragon hieroglyph, basically. And so I started doing these that came out of a session that came through. You know how it is when like you're like working with someone and all of a sudden something new comes through and it's like, oh, something new. So yeah, so I have a live event, a Zoom event where you can come and be part of a group, and I do a spirit glyph for you, and then I give you a reading, and I take you all through a guided meditation, and that is Sunday, the last Sunday of this month. What's the last Sunday of the month? Or the Monday? It's the Monday. It's the last Monday of the month. Sorry. So I'll put it's on my it'll be on my link tree. So and anyway, so that's what I got. Anyone got any comments or questions? You know? There's a burst for you. Did I wake you up? Oh, really?
So the last Monday is the 27th.
Yeah.
Is that what? Is that what? Is that?
Yeah. It's gonna be on my link tree. If you go to my link tree, and I don't know what to do about the link for the special offer. I'm gonna have to fix that. So, um, I'll fix that after this call.
Well, Lily put something up for you guys.
Oh, that's good. Oh, good. She put oh, good.
20.
Thank you for that, Lily. She put our offering there. And yeah,
Yeah.
we have a special we have a special discount, and there it is. There's a special discount. But yeah, I've worked with Lily a bunch of times, and I'm so honored to collaborate with her. And so it'll be a really beautiful offering for those who feel called to receive it. This kind of the work I love painting people's dragons. It's just it's one of the things that I just love to do the most in my life. And so please do it. But yeah, thank you for that. And I'll try and figure out the free gift. Maybe I have to go into YouTube and change the setting. Maybe it's like on private or something like that.
It actually says the URL isn't valid when I clicked on it, the special offer on your Calendly.
Um I don't know what to do. I'm gonna have to. I guess if any of you guys want it, I'll just. You know what I'll do? I'll post it in the Dragon Summit. Because I don't know how to fix it in this announcement.
This URL is not valid.
Someone just said the YouTube link works fine, so I don't understand.
Oh, I just brought it up. The YouTube link, your free gift. That
No,
Yeah. Hi everyone. I just pulled it up. It works.
I just pulled it up too.
actually, so if you click where it says on the special offer, Dragon Painting Channel, if you click on that, that doesn't work. That's why.
Oh, I don't think that's a link. I think that's just text.
No, it goes where it says, yeah.
Oh, it goes to Calendly. I see what you're saying. It goes to Calendly, but doesn't open up to anything.
Yeah.
So maybe that wasn't supposed to be in there. That might have been my bad. Oops.
Oh, you mean where it says Facebook, Solely Dina Art, recent book, that one?
That last one
It
says,
says
if you
offer.
click on it, it
Dragon
says it goes to Linktree, but it doesn't.
special.
I don't know. But okay, well,
It comes up and the other work fine. Everything else is working. That last bottom part, special offer, dragon painting, and channeling special. That
yeah.
just
So yeah, I'll update the link for the Spirit Glyph event. So if anyone wants to go to that, just send me a message and I'll send the link. But
What
yeah.
I colored dragons during
Oh,
meditation. I
you
just
did. Love
I
that. Did anyone else draw anything while they were? Thank you. I'm glad you did. I knew at least one person would.
I got out my marker, scribbled.
Oh, thank you for posting that, Lily. Yeah, well, I mean, I am really grateful to be here and I'm grateful for all the feedback and this has been a journey and I know that we all have our place here, or all our gifts. We all have our own unique magic to bring to this world reality. And I feel like I've had to learn how to drop the comparison thing and to like not try to compare myself to anyone because, we're all really came here to be our own version of ourselves and not try to get lost in we all have our unique stories and I just think it's important to own that and so that's really all I have to say and that's been my journey is like owning who I am and being okay with being very kind of like childlike. I mean I'm like 53 going on 5. But anyway.
I think it's a way of life. Think young, be young. It's very
You know,
good.
true. That's true. I didn't mean to cut you off, but it's been an experience, and I think I've met so many amazing people through Dragon Summit. I've met so many amazing people through Dragon Summit that, wow. So 59 going on 5. Oh, yeah. Like how many of you have dragon plushies? I got about 3 or 4 dragon plushies and probably about 10 to 15 crystal dragons. Like it doesn't stop. I mean, I got a dragon plushie from my 53rd birthday. Like that's what I buy myself, a dragon plushie. Name Ishi. Anyway.
Name your plushie.
Name your plushie. And I did get another dragon in today too, which I thought was really interesting. That of all the days for me to receive another dragon, it arrived today, and it's like clear with a pink tone. And I got it from my friend Rachel Baxter, who also sells Andara crystals as well. So yeah,
Mm.
we gotta own that. We gotta be like one with our inner child, like in the best possible fun way and enjoy life. Yes, thank you. Plushies. Well, I think I'm really happy. I'm glad I got to do this and thank you all for your wonderful comments.
You were great, Dina. It's awesome having you here. So glad. And it's wonderful to hear your presentation and see your playfulness. You have one of the most beautiful, unique energies and of the child energy of innocence. I love that about you and loved that about you from the moment I met you. And it's quite precious and wonderful to see you light up, share, and be you. And your art is amazing. And keep doing what you're doing, sister. So fun.
Thank you for journeying with us today on the English Mystic Podcast, Dragon Thunder Summit 2025 edition. This is just one voice, one frequency in a greater dragon symphony, each echoing across the earth right now. If you felt the stir in your heart, if you heard a whisper from your dragon allies, then the work is beginning. Be sure to explore all 36 epic speakers and their transmissions by heading over to the website www.dragonthunder2025.com, where the portal is open. Until next time, walk boldly with your dragons, speak your truth like fire, and may your path be guided by the ancient winds Stay mystical, stay wild, stay dragon aligned. This is the English Mystic. See you next time.
In the realm where spirits dance, where dragons soar with fiery glance, a song of power, strength untold, for human hearts, for young and old. Wings that span the starry night, scales that gleam with ancient light. Dragons rise, guardians bold, tales of healing, tales untold. Almighty ones, wise and grand, protectors of this sacred land. With breath of fire, a timeless art, they heal and mend each wounded heart. Through shadows deep and forests wide, they guide us with a noble stride. In the dance of life, a sacred chance to heed the call of dragon trance. Scale by scale, a shield they weave. In the moonlit night, their magic breathe. Whispers of protection, strong and true. In the realm where dreams come through. So gather round, O kin of earth. Let the dragon's melody give birth to healing streams and fiery light, as we journey through the shaman's night. O dragons, ancient and divine, your friendship like the stars will shine. In the tapestry of life, a song we weave with spirits, dragons, hearts believe.